At Matchroom, we look at all our revenue opportunities, you know, both within an event and outside. We looked at gaming, obviously because it's a growth industry and because we believe that we're attracting volume audiences that can transfer value to gaming sites. So we were the first people to get involved in poker in 1999, the first ever live show in England. So it's a natural progression to move on to other aspects of gaming, using our brand values to attract interest to site, to drive footfall and traffic, and make everyone a fortune. That's the plan. When you look at sport today, you know, it's a soap opera played in a sporting environment, isn't it? The characters are sometimes as important, if not more important, than the sport itself. So naturally, part of my job is when I go into a sport, how can I take it to a wider audience, perhaps a younger audience? And it really involves on exploiting the assets of individuals to make them characters, to draw friendly audience and more interest from all forms of media. The bigger the character, the bigger the event. So PDC's Arts is a very good example where every player's got his own nickname, every player has their own entry music, every player has their own following. And we build up the characters just in the same way as you might exploit Coronation Street or EastEnders. But this is in a sporting field of play, but added together all the celebrity values still exist. It's why reality TV is so big now, because reality TV transferred into sport gives us a winning combination. You know, there are so many opportunities these days in business if you look with a wider vision than normal. You know, we have to examine the new, we have to re-examine the old. And to do that properly in my business, I require expertise and help from outside my own small surroundings. I've got to be big enough to take in information from a very wide sense of sources. Openbet came to me with an idea that I thought was fascinating, novel, innovative, creative, and most of all, it's going to make me a load of money. So naturally the door was always open. But you know, I'm very much in need of smart people coming to me, because it can't just be me being smart. I'm one person, or Matchroom is a group of a couple of hundred people. We need specialist information and specialist ideas. When Openbet pitched the idea of our intellectually owned properties, sporting events across a range of the 9 Matchroom sports that we are involved in, it was music to my ear, because it was an avenue I'd not considered, and clearly, looking at the first few facts and figures that we're getting in, it's one that's going to win. So keeping that door open at all times, thinking, listening to good information and good advice. Openbet ticked all those boxes, and they're now my partner of choice on fruit machine exploitation within the sporting field. I have 592 event days next year. I'm very busy. My job is to create great sporting events for a wide audience. Of course, part of the job then is to exploit the intellectual property rights surrounding those events, which I totally control. So whether it's snooker, whether it's darts, or whether it's some of the new things, some of the more interesting things we're going to bring to Openbet the next few months will shock and surprise the entire gaming world. Nothing less. But it will be innovative, it will be creative, and it will be profitable for all parties. As Rockefeller once said, the essence of every deal is leaving a piece of bread in everyone's mouth. And that's the principle we go. We don't want to rip anyone off, we want to give value. We don't want to keep all the money ourselves, we want to share it. And we want a friendship and a partnership that goes forward for years and years, not just a quick fix.